Quilters, welcome to AccuQuilt Live. I am Pam Heller, AccuQuilt's cutting expert. Hey, thanks so much for joining us today. Okay, my good friend Christina's in the house. How are you, my friend?
Good, much warmer this week.
Much warmer. It was like negative 30 last week when we were here, I think.
But then yesterday was like 45,
Yeah,
50.
the sun is shining, the snow is
Perfect.
melting. Good. Have you been out in the fresh air?
No, I haven't. I've been kind of stuck inside lately, but
Yeah.
I kind of want to just crank a window just for a little bit of fresh air.
We opened the door, we let Pearl out yesterday.
Oh, what did she think of that?
She's super excited about that. Because most of the snow is melted off the back deck, and so she was super excited about it. So, yeah. All right, where's everybody watching from today? We have Roseanne watching from Edmonton, Alberta. And Fancy is watching from Los Angeles, Fancy Pants. Good for you. Linda from Missouri, thanks for joining us today. We're glad that you're here with us today. All right, so we're talking about the Arkansas Traveler die today. So we're going to talk about travel. So here is my photo of the day. Okay, this is the 43rd parallel, and it crosses 10 states and 1 Canadian province. And Christina, we learned about this morning before the show. So the border between Nebraska and South Dakota is actually the 43rd parallel.
Okay.
Okay, so there are 10 states. And how many have you been to of those 10 states?
I think I counted three or four.
3? Okay, and then the 1 Canadian province is Ontario.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I know. And the reason I know this is because I was in Michigan, standing on the Michigan side, looking across the Great Lakes and the canal, and there was the sign, and it said, here's the 43rd parallel, and across the way was Ontario, Canada.
Neat.
Okay, so here's my question of the day. Do you live in one of the states along the 43rd parallel, or that great Canadian province? If not, how many of those states have you been to? So one, I live in one of those states, and I have been to all of them.
There you go.
I know. Ontario, one of my favorite places. Shout out to all our people in Canada today. All right, now we love when you send images of your completed projects to our Facebook page. So let's take a look at some of the new images featured in our countdown video. Here are a few projects that some of our viewers sent in. First, we have Jennifer J. Okay, Jennifer J., this is Starry Path. I love this, Christina.
Me too. I love like the neutrals, but like they stand out really well.
Yes, and just like the 3 colors. There's some grunge involved.
Oh, well, then you're sold immediately.
I'm sold. Hey, listen, Texas, during the flooding, or during the storm last week, MODA had like big water main breaks.
Oh, poor MODA.
I offered them to send me all their grunge. I would keep good care of it. So we hope MODA is staying safe down there. Okay, next up we have Lou S.
Oh, this
okay,
is so
Christina,
pretty.
isn't this fun? So do you know which die this is?
The Storm at Sea, right?
Storm at Sea it is. And I really like how Lou took 2 different colors, like just a little bit different, right? The pink and the red.
Yes.
And the polka dots. I'm a big fan of this.
It's so pretty.
This is really pretty. There's a die for that. All right, next we have TM. Okay, do you love the colors of this?
I do. It's so bright.
It is. It gives us hope that there is spring.
Spring and summer are coming.
Spring and summer are coming, right? We just have to live through a little more winter. But I love the bright colors and the texture. Great job, T. Good job. All right. Now, we're so glad you're here today. It's our Wednesday promo of the day. Because you're our AccuQuilt Live family, we're going to give you 25% off your order. You're going to use the code LIVE25. That code is good until midnight Central Time. When you go to order, there's some exclusions that apply. They'll tell you on our website. So LIVE25, LIVE25. Take 25% off your order today. All right, we're going to give away our Go Arkansas Traveler die to one lucky viewer. All you have to do is share this video in your personal Facebook page for a chance to win. Morgan's going to pick a winner, Christina's going to announce it, and we will all cheer at the end of the show. There's a process here at AccuQuilt Live. Okay, today I'm going to show you how to cut and sew some amazing blocks using the Go Arkansas Traveler die. And we're going to make some variations because we've, in the past, right, Christina, we've made this.
Yep.
We've used this die before to make those traditional blocks. So today we're going to give you some variations, okay? So let's start right now here with shape A, okay? All right, so shape A right here are 60-degree diamonds. There we go, I can move that. 60-degree diamonds. And the cool part about it is I'm going to show you some really fun blocks that we made just with shape A. Christina, have you ever cut diamonds?
I have not.
Okay, this is how you should cut them. All right, I know that we can cut strips and turn them at 60 degrees on a strip die, but this is super fun and easy, okay? So on this die, there are 3 shapes, A, B, and BR, which we'll talk about in a few minutes, and C. Now, I want to give a huge shout out to our AccuQuilt expert, Barbara Harper, for helping me with some amazing design shapes. She is so brilliant.
Yes.
Don't you love her?
I think she just dreams in quilt patterns, and I
think
love it.
she does. I think she just wakes up in the morning and says, oh, what should we do with this, okay? All right, so we're going to cut a variety of colors and a few whites. Okay, so this is the block that we're going to make. All right, look at how cool this is. All right. It's going to allow us to make this really cool table topper. Boy, I should have trimmed my, here, I have scissors. Okay? Okay, so what this is going to make is going to make this cool little table topper that's going to make a hexagon. So next to half square triangles, hexagon, my all-time favorite shape. So what you're going to do is you're going to create a total of 6 of these triangles. Okay? And then you sum together. You don't have to make Y seams or anything. So in each triangle, you need 4 of the white shape. Notice, Christina, I never just have white. I just always have to have white on white. And this is super cool because the colors right here were the ends of jelly rolls. Have you ever used a jelly roll?
I haven't.
Okay, jelly rollers are super fun. We can cut them with our strip die, our 2.5-inch strip die. The thing about jelly rolls is that they just cut with the fabric, right? And they come a variety of colors. So these were some ends of jelly rolls that I just cut up, okay? So here's what we're going to do. I have so many fun things to show here. All right, so here's my first tip. I'm going to just take, I just need 4 of these. So I just took 1 piece of my fabric, right? And I'm just going to cover shape A. To do this, I just measured from here to here and just cut with the fabric, okay? So here is my shape A. So I'm going to cut this first, and then I'm going to show you this super cool trick on how to lay out your scraps. Okay, Christina, people living on the 43rd parallel?
Yes, I've seen Debbie has a summer home on the 43rd in Michigan.
Debbie, we are coming to visit you.
Morgan says she's actually been to that exact spot you were talking about.
Morgan, see, we could have been there together. Okay, before I cut this, let me show you. It's only going to cut where there's fabric and a mat, and I just want to cut these small sections. So I'm going to use a 6x12 cutting mat. Okay.
Genius.
All right, other people, and this is on a 6x24 die board, so you could use it with any of our cutters, including our Go Me. But I'm going to use my Go Big today. Why, Christina?
Because you can.
Because I can.
And because it's on sale.
It is on sale. How much is it at that 25% off?
It is only $450.
$450, and we will ship it to you free. Is that right?
Yes, if you're in the contiguous United States, over $150, you don't even need a code. We'll just do it.
Okay, quilters, it's that time of year. If you have our manual machine, stop being cranky and just upgrade to the Go Big. Okay? Christina thought I was telling her she was cranky today, which kind of she was.
Always.
So it's all good. Okay, static built up. We're going to give it some love. Slide, don't lift. And now I've made my 4 little white diamonds. Okay, now look at this. This was the part that was super cool. I was trying to show Mason this the other day. He didn't think it was as super cool as I did. Okay, so we can always cut 6 layers of cotton, right? But I only need 6 pieces. So what I did was I took the ends of my jelly rolls and I just stacked them up right here. Okay, so now you just want to make sure it's going to cover all the shapes.
Speaking of that jelly roll, Mary wants to know, when cutting a jelly roll, aren't you worried about the straight of grain?
No, because you cut jelly rolls like strips. Yeah, so yeah, this is pretty close to that straight of grain because this is kind of an odd shape on there. That's a great question. Yeah, jelly rolls, you just cut them like strips, so it doesn't matter straight of grain. Okay, look at these fun colors I found. All right, and just want to make sure they're all covering them. Now you could make this Barbara did hers in solids, which I thought was super cool, but I'm going to totally use my scraps. Okay, here we go. All right, Christina, are people living on the 43rd parallel?
I'm seeing a lot of folks that have been to at least, gosh, I'm seeing most of the states. Like a lot of folks are saying they've been to all 10 or they lived in one, so they've been to the other 9.
Yeah, Ray said to me the other day, he said, did you know that the 43rd parallel was the border between Nebraska and South Dakota? And I said, I did know that.
No,
He was kind of impressed by that. Okay. All right, so now watch this. I'm going to put this up here. So here's the block that I'm going to make. But look, I'm going to turn it this direction so you can see how to lay it out. Okay, now, Christina, should I make my blocks all the same or should I make them different?
Oh.
What do you think? I think I'm making it different.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Oh, good. It's a good thing we're here together. Okay, so now since this is going to go there, okay. I just have to think for a minute. All right, so don't forget our code is 25, live 25. It's going to let you take 25% off your order.
Including that Arkansas Traveler die.
Including that Arkansas Traveler die, which is so fun.
It's only $60.
$60. Somebody had it on their wish list.
Yes, I did see that too.
Yes.
So today's the perfect day to grab it.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so one row has 3 colors and then this white. And I got to make sure that I have the right side up because I always do white on white. Okay, and then the next row just has 2 colors and a white. Did I do this right? Yes, I did.
I think so.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oh, yes, because then there's just one.
See, and this is why you lay your blocks out.
This is why you lay your blocks out, because then you can lay there and go, what? Did I do that right? We've had lots of projects we've been making here on AccuQuilt Live, right?
Yes.
And Mason is kind of like the taskmaster
okay.
these days. Yeah, he's just like, Mom, have you finished your project?
Keeping you accountable.
Keeping me accountable. Okay, so I'm going to sew these rows together and show you how super fast it is. We're going to sew these, and then we can chain piece. Because you know how, oh, I forgot, I have real shoes on. I have real shoes on not because it's cold, because it is wet.
Yes, everything
outside.
is. I think I've lived in boots for the last like 3 months just because it's been wet and snowy.
Yeah.
Gross.
I am ready for flip-flops. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Now, it's really important. Hey, Joe, can we show how cool this is? So on our diamonds, look, we've cut off our notches. So when I sew this together, it's going to just sew perfectly right along there. Okay? All right, so here we go. And I'm just going to sew them while Christina tells us about the 43rd parallel.
Carrie has been to all but 2 of them and has lived in Oregon.
Oh, okay. I have lived in 3 states.
Oh, there you go.
Along the 43rd parallel.
Gail lives in Ontario and has visited 5 of the states.
Oh, good job, Gail.
Debbie says all 10.
Oh, good job, Debbie.
Grew up in South Dakota.
South Dakota. You know, North Dakota, I didn't get there for a long time. Because, okay, I know you all think that Nebraska is really close to North Dakota. It is not.
No, it takes a minute to drive through South Dakota.
It is a long time to get through to North Dakota. Okay. All right, so see how I just chain piece those? All right. And then here we go.
Oh, there's a really good question from Marilyn.
Okay.
She says, how do you cut your fabric for the dies when you're starting with a yard of material?
Oh, you want to measure that shape at 1/4 inch on either side and just rough cut with the fabric, because then you can fan fold.
Yes.
Yeah, you want to read the instructions. Most of our patterns tell us that, right?
Yes, I think so.
Right? Okay, so here we go. So now I'm just going to add, I'm just going to chain piece. So if you had these all laid out, you could just chain piece for days. And the great thing is, if you get them mixed up, it doesn't matter, because we're making them all scrappy today. Okay? I do like the fact that in a few minutes we'll show you the finished one that Barbara made. It is solids. I do like that. Okay, here we go.
Ooh, Jackie from YouTube says, we drove from California to New York when she was 4. So so she spent a lot of time camping in Ontario too.
Bless her mother's and father's heart.
It's a long trip for a 4-year-old.
That is a long trip. Good job.
And especially before like the days of like technology when you could like give a kid an iPad for a road trip.
So I grew up in a family with only boys. So I have 3 older brothers, and we had 2 foster boys that lived with us. And we grew up in Seattle, and they were mean to me every day of my life.
Oh no.
They were. It's okay. They've repented. They're nice now. And we took this road trip from Seattle to Disneyland.
Okay.
And we had an old station wagon, and my brother Brian and I rode the whole way backwards because it had like one of those little jump seats.
I could never. I would instantly get sick.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so now that we have sewn our rows together, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to press them opposite directions so they nest. Okay? Now, are you ready? I'm going to tell you this secret. You know how we love our little shovel iron?
Oh, yes.
And our wool pressing mat. They are now in stock at AccuQuilt.com.
Yeah, so you can just add those onto your order.
You can add them to your order. They're not part of the 25% off sale, but who cares?
They're so cost effective here too. Like, and you just add it to your order, get it up to $150 and get free shipping.
Yes.
Worth
just
it.
Add your wool pressing mat and your shovel iron. The mason jar is not included. Okay, but everything else is. Oh, see, this is why
I'm sure
I
we
did
all
this.
have mason jars just kind of hidden around our houses. At least I do.
They have to be mason jars because, you know, Mason lives at our house.
No,
but,
bell jars.
Yeah, bell jar, whatever you want to make them. Okay? All right, so now I'm pressing opposite directions. So we have limited quantities, but guess what? We have more than Amazon.com has.
We do.
So while you're doing things, our mason jar, and in a minute when we're done, we'll show you, we'll give you the item number.
Yes.
Okay?
And we'll put the links in the comments too.
Yeah, because we're good like that. Okay. All right, so look at how cool this is. Okay? And then, oh, here, I'm going to sew this one here just because I can. I always have to look. Okay.
Oh gosh, Debbie said that she drove from Oregon to Rhode Island with a 1-year-old in the car.
Oh, Debbie, you're going like,
whoa.
Holy smokes, that is crazy. I flew from Omaha to California with Taylor when he was like 4 days old, but me and the airline were just fine together. Okay, so here we go. All right, so now that I have pressed my seams in opposite, right, then we're going to sew our rows together, and it's going to make this cool little block like this. Okay, so Chelsea, do you want to show us our finished project? Look at this.
I love it.
I just do love it. And then what you would do, quilters, oh, I can't put that pressing mat very far away. I have many things to press today. Okay, here's the trick. Because you're saying to me, Pam, how do I trim this? Okay, we built in that 1/4 inch seam allowance, right? So you're just going to make sure from the edge of your points, and look how perfect those points are, you're going to add that 1/4 inch seam allowance. So basically right here, that's where you're going to trim to, so watch. Okay, only time I'll let you use a rotary cutter. Okay. And ta-da! All right? All right, so that's the first project you can make using our Arkansas Traveler die. Isn't that fun? All right, now listen, don't forget, our clover iron and our wool mat, right there are the numbers. Okay, we've added them to our website. They have limited stock, so if you want one, today's the day to grab them. We knew like weeks ago.
Yeah, we
and we've
tell
been
anybody.
waiting. We've been waiting to tell you. I almost told you last week, and then it didn't happen, okay? So here's the item numbers. Make sure you pick them up. All right, remember, AccuQuilt live events live on our Facebook and YouTube channels. So you can always come back and watch them later, right, Christina?
Yes, you can pause them, you can fast forward, rewind.
Yes, you can download the pattern and watch along. And this is when you're really going to want to watch again, right? I mean, just so many fun things.
I think so too, especially when we don't necessarily, when it's just like your ideas rather than just a pattern.
Right.
So you can watch the video and see what to do.
Yeah, okay? All right. Now, are you looking for some other ideas? Okay, you ready? Chelsea's going to show us. We have paired the Arkansas Traveler die. What kind of size block does it make, Christina?
12-inch.
12-inch. With the Go Big Snail's Trail die. How big is it?
12-inch.
12-inch. Okay, Stephanie Pugsley. Oh, Stephanie, I'm going to say your name wrong. Vanderwettereen. Stephanie created this design, and I love it. She gave us permission to show it to you. Okay, so there isn't a pattern, but remember these live on our Facebook and YouTube channel, so you can come back and watch this and print it out. So see how the blocks work together.
Oh, it's so pretty.
So you would make an Arkansas Traveler block, and then you would turn them on point. That little Snail's Trail block.
It's so cute.
It is stunning. Good job, Stephanie. Now, the Go Big Snail's Trail die is here. It's part of the 25% off. Christina, how much is it?
The Snail's Trail?
Yes.
He is 75.
It is limited stock.
Yes.
So if you loved that pattern we just showed you, right now, add that Go Big Snail's Trail die to your cart. Don't forget to make sure you have a 14 by 16 mat. If you have a machine that has a handle, that cutter will not use this Go Big die. You have to have a Go Big electric fabric cutter. But today, if you want to upgrade from your cranky machine to your Go Big, Christina, how much is our Go Big?
$100 or $450.
And we're going to ship it to them free to the contiguous US.
You got it. So you can just throw in that Snail's Trail die, make it right away when you get your Go Big.
And then share them with us because we want to see. Thanks to Stephanie for sharing that. All right, so now, you know that I love half square triangles, but I also do really love hexagons. So I'm going to show you how to make big hexagons using our shape A from our Arkansas Traveler. This is such a great die. How much is this die, Christina, if they get it today? 25% off.
The Arkansas Traveler?
Yeah.
60.
60. Make sure you get a 6 by 24 cutting mat. Don't use your big 10 by 24 mat. Why not, Christina?
Because it'll be wobbly and then it'll shift the fabric.
It'll shimmy and shift the fabric and you'll be cranky. Huh? There's nothing we can do about that, okay? All right, so hexagons. Hexagons are great. So here's the next one that I'm gonna do. Look, it's a good thing we have a pincushion die. The lovely Erica would be so proud of me for pinning. All right, so what you need to do is we're just gonna cut shape A again, okay? And for each diamond, you need a dark and a medium and a white, or you could use a light if you wanted to, okay? Now, I've cut enough shapes for the other two, okay? Here we go, all right? There we go, and here we go. I'm looking for the white on white, okay? So now I just need to cut some shape A's. Okay, so just like before, somebody asked you about how do we cut that shape. I'm going to measure from here to here. So I have my clear plastic ruler. You can throw these in your cart. Are they on sale 25% off?
Which ones?
Our rulers?
Yes.
I'll get you one.
Yeah, it's your order.
I use them all the time. Okay, so I measured from here to here. It's 7.5 inches. So I just rough cut 8 inches width of fabric. Okay, all right, so you need 2 for each one. And I think I need a total of 3 blocks. Is that right, Chelsea? Okay, Chelsea Graphics over there. She's keeping me honest up here. So again, I'm just going to use my smaller mat. All right, I'm going to run it through my Go Big.
Oh, we've got a question. Is shape C a 60-degree triangle?
Okay, what is?
Is shape C a 60-degree triangle? Oh, right as you're sending it through. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm going to look. The question is shape C a 60-degree triangle? I don't know. Hey, somebody who works for AccuQuilt, will you answer that question for us?
I'll double check the product page too.
Oh, there, see, we know stuff. Give it a little love. Slide this mat, don't lift. Now we've cut perfect 60-degree diamonds. I want to say that it's not. I want to say that it's not, but you go look. Okay. All right, so again, we're going to build our blocks because otherwise, oh gosh, you can just mess up so fast. Okay? All right, here we go. All right, so I'm going to show you how I'm going to just chain piece those again. All right. So now this is the coolest part. Remember, we've cut off the dog ears, and we've added that 1/4 inch seam allowance. So from here to here, perfect 1/4 inch seams, okay? And, okay, so I'm gonna just go right here, right?
Ooh, Nancy wants to know if it matters how you lay the grain for the diamonds.
Yes. The label of the die at your belly, lengthwise grain.
Yes.
Yeah, always. How come, Christina?
Because if you have it on the opposite grain, then it can get stretchy and the shape won't be perfect, and
Yeah.
it's a mess.
Yeah, okay. So now I'm gonna fold this one here. And because I can chain piece for days, I'm gonna fold this one here. I love to chain piece.
Well, because truly, you don't have to stop and do
Yeah,
other
and
things.
I
You just
can
go.
like watch a movie and I don't have to stop and think about what I'm doing. Okay? And, oh, make sure we do it the right way. Oh, see, already. There we go. There we go. Did I sew that one right? This is why we lay them out. Okay, I'm going to sew these two first.
Ooh, Joyce wants to know, how do you keep static from being so bad on the die? She has big problems with that.
Yeah, it's super staticky in here. That's why I give it a little love when we're done.
I've heard like a dryer sheet can help if you rub it on
I've heard
there.
that too. I've never used one because when we don't use dryer sheets in our house, we use fabric softener that's already in our,
Oh,
because that would mean I would have to think twice about doing something. Okay, Christina, are people living on the 43rd parallel?
yeah, I'm hearing a lot about road trips, which is really fun.
Road trips, I'm loving them.
Yeah, so Marilyn said that she's been to all the states, driving from Alaska to Massachusetts and then up to Maine.
Holy smokes.
Isn't that quite the trip?
That is quite the trip because there's a big chunk of Canada
Yep.
that you have to go through there. Oh, man, that's awesome.
We've got a question from, oh gosh, let's see, Linda.
Hi, Linda.
She says, I thought the mat had to cover the whole die even if you were cutting one shape.
No, that is the beauty of the
Yes.
AccuQuilt system.
You can use a smaller mat.
Yep, because you're going to get thousands of cuts out of this Arkansas Traveler die. How many cuts out of that mat, Christina?
Hundreds.
Yeah. So you want to make sure you're flipping that mat and turning it and flipping and turn it like this. Get all the good love out of it. When it stops cutting cleanly, that's when you need to replace a new mat. Mats are on sale, 25% off. Put them in your cart. Today's a great day to check that. Okay? So look, just love this. Love it when we can chain piece. Okay? And so look. Oh, see, this is why we lay stuff out. Okay, and I'm going to just press to the dark side, which in this case, I'm going to call this pretty pink there. Okay? All right. I know I have to sew it right because all of you comment and say, Pam, you're sewing that wrong. But it never happens until I've, see, this is why we lay them out. See, I sewed that one wrong. I know, right? Yes. See, this is why we lay them out. So we have a seam ripper somewhere, it's okay. I'm going to pull one out. Right now, we're just going to sew it. I knew when I laid it out, it's hard to talk and lay pieces out.
It's the beauty of live TV.
I know, it is, right? Well, all of you get this at home. I'm just saying. Okay, so here, oh, I did it on the bottom instead of here. I'm going to do them while I'm doing them. Christina, where are people living? I love the fact that they have road trips.
Patty says she's lived in 2 states on the 43rd, but traveled through all of them from Idaho to Michigan regularly to visit family.
Oh, see, I think that's awesome. After we did the big road trip to California, we did not road trip very much after that.
No.
There were just so many of us. But it was the first time I'd been to Disneyland, so it was fun. Ray and I lived in Disneyland. We did not live in Disneyland. Ray and I lived in Long Beach when we were first married. And we went to Disneyland on a regular basis because you could get season passes. Okay, so here we go. And we went to Disneyland one day and we rode like all the rides. We wanted to ride like 16 times and then we said, can we go home now? And we went home. It was great. All right, here we go. Hey, don't forget, if you want that clover iron and that wool mat, we have limited stock of them.
Yes, those are limited along with the Go Big Snails Trail.
Go Big Snails Trail. You're going to love that block. I did not have enough time to make all of the cool things that I saw with this die, but man, that looks awesome. There, ta-da! Okay. All right, so let's sew them together real quick, okay? And then I'm going to show you how it makes a hexagon. So look how cool this is. Okay, it's going to line up here in the end, and it's going to line up here in the end. So I just press to the dark side. We're good quilters. We press to the dark side. Lots of people press their seams open. One day, that will be our question of the day, because I'm anxious to see if people... Christina, do you press to the dark side or you press your seams open?
I press open.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, Miss Gibney does as well, all the time.
And now with that clover iron, I feel like they'll be even sharper because it'll just be that little, because I use a big old iron for like tiny blocks. And it doesn't work well.
Sweetie, we got to get you a little shovel iron right here. Yeah, super cool. Get it all done there. Joe is new to our team, but we need to get him sewing here soon.
Oh, yeah.
There was chuckling from the back. Okay. All right, here we go.
I feel like we all kind of chuckle at that when we first start here, saying we're not going to quilt, we're not going to quilt, and
then it happens.
Then you just do.
That moment. Okay. All right, so Christine or Chelsea, can we see our block so I know what I'm doing? Okay, so look at this.
There we go.
Ta-da! And now we made huge, big hexagons.
I love
I
that.
just think this is so fun. Thank you. Yes, ta-da, ta-da. Okay, here we go. All right, on to the next thing. Don't forget to join us on Tuesday, March 2nd at 12 noon Central Time. All good things happen at 12 noon Central Time for our next live registration event. We're going to talk about why we quilt. Mm-hmm. We have some amazing stories to tell and some fun giveaways. The registration is in the comments section.
Yep.
We've had some spammers out there, but we've got them all under control.
Just click
Christina,
links
why
from
did they want to register?
Oh, so that you can win prizes.
Yeah.
Giveaways.
We give away stuff all the time. Yes. And we're going to talk about why we quilt. We have some new quilters coming in. Mm-hmm. I'm excited.
It's a really feel-good show.
It is a feel-good show. We'll have a little trunk show, share some quilts. It'll be fun. Now, don't forget, all of our AccuQuilt live videos live on our Facebook page and our YouTube channels. If you need to watch them again, you can, okay? This one for sure you want to. So the question quilters ask me is, how does the AccuQuilt system improve my quilting? Okay, try cutting 60-degree diamonds by hand.
Nope.
Never gonna happen. And not only did we cut those diamonds by hand, but we cut off the dog ears and we added that 1/4-inch seam allowance. So when I sewed my pieces together, well, except the ones I sewed together wrong, they came out together perfectly, okay? So the AccuQuilt system is just gonna make it so much faster and so much more precise, okay? Now, I'm gonna show you the next block that works beautifully with the Arkansas Traveler die, okay? All right, so this is the Arkansas Traveler die, and we are going to partner it with the Go Hunter Star die, okay? So the Go Hunter Star, I'm gonna show you, because this is so cool, the magic. Okay, here's the Hunter Star block, all right? Now, I'll move this over here. Oh, here, I can put it up here, Chris. There we go, Chelsea. Okay, so the Hunter Star die, I'm gonna show you in a second, makes one corner of the Hunter Star block. Mm-hmm. On the Arkansas Traveler die, this pieces make one corner of the block. So you're gonna have to sew them all together. Now, here's a finished quilt that was made by Kelly Rosenleaf. Okay, isn't this stunning? Christina, what do you love about it?
Oh, I just love the contrast, like the colors with the black background.
Yep, all of that. I mean, it's just so beautiful. So when I was trying to figure out how to kind of make it for this show, I thought, hey, let's change up the colorway, because I'm a big modern quilter. I love that black and those solid colors, okay? So this one we're gonna make with the Arkansas Traveler die and the Hunter Star die, but look, we're gonna make these bright spring colors. So my little white has little rainbows on it, and it's just such a great thing, okay? So before we get started, don't forget, we have a blog. Christina, do you read our blog?
I do.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's a place to find inspiration, tutorials, patterns, sewing tips, more ways to use and love your AccuQuilt fabric cutter and dies. You can meet our go-getters. What are go-getters?
They're like our influencers, our bloggers.
You and me, go and getting stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. And our team behind the brand, and you can join in conversations with our community. Erica, the lovely Erica, writes for our blog all the time. She does a great job. All right, don't forget to join us March 2nd for our live event. The registration link is in the comments. Why we quilt? Because I bet in our group today, we have thousands of different answers of why we quilt. Make sure you use the link, because why, Christina? Why do you want to register?
So that you can win prizes.
Win prizes.
And Pam, I just got word from Cody that Go Big Snail's Trail is out.
Out of stock. Okay, we had limited supply. So those of you who got one in your cart, hey, make some blocks and share them with us.
Yes,
We'd love to show everybody on our Facebook Live.
And we can share it at the beginning of our videos.
Yes.
So we can show you.
Yes, please do that. All right, so to make our block, this was super cool. What we're going to do is we're going to cut and sew shapes from the Hunter Star die. So this is Hunter Star. It has A and AR. These are the same shapes. They're just mirrored images. C and B, only 4 little shapes on it, okay? So in my world, because here's what we're going to create. We're going to create this cool little, I just love this. We're going to create this cool little flower section. All right, so to do that, I'm going to tell you what I did was I measured from here to here, and it was 4 inches. So I just added 1/4 of an inch and just rough cut my pieces, okay? And as you can see, I've already cut some. Here, I'm going to do this so I can cut it here, okay? So I'm just going to stick some on this piece right here. Just make sure I'm covering that shape. Holy smokes. I'm going to do back and forth.
So while you do that, Cody did also let me know the Snail's Trail will be back in stock next week.
Excellent.
So we've got it on a boat. It's on its way here.
It's on a boat. It's getting here. Thank you, Cody.
Wouldn't it be nice to be on a boat right now?
Oh, listen, I don't care what kind of boat it is or where it is. I'd love to be on a boat right now. Okay, so notice, lengthwise grain, right? Right here, we're cutting these shapes. So I'm going to tell you, you want to cut the corner shapes first. Okay? So I'm just taking a second here. How many people are living on the 43rd parallel?
Lots of people are saying that they've been to most of the states at least, which I love.
That's awesome.
There's so many.
We should have asked, have you been to Arkansas? Have you been to Arkansas, Christina?
I have not.
Oh, my family lives there. I've been there bazillions of times. Okay, so notice I'm just cutting the corners. Okay? The reason is, I'm going to show you a really fast way to cut the center. Okay? So I run it through my Go Big. Again, this is on a 6x12 die board, so if you own the Go or the Go Me, you can use this. But listen, upgrade, don't have a cranky machine. Right, Christina, how much is our Go Big today?
$450.
$450.
So you save $150.
And we ship it to you free.
If you're in the contiguous
If you're in the contiguous U.S. or live in those 10 states.
Yep, they'll all work.
There we go. Okay, so now I've cut my little corners, okay? All right, and then watch this. So I measured from here to here, rough cut with the fabric, okay? And yeah, I know that I'm going to cut those shape A's again. It's okay, okay? I'm not really too worried about it. All right, now for each block, you need 2 of shape C's and 2 of shape B's. There's 1 on the die board, okay? So I'm just going to do this real quick. Okay. Oh, this is a classic design. Christina, have you ever made a Hunter Star?
I have not.
Oh, it's such a great die because you can make it like 2 colors like we have our sample, or you can make it totally scrappy. Right. Which is, you know, I'm all about the totally scrappy part.
Me too. I think that's one of those two that like it's got the small enough pieces
yes.
where you can really use up your scraps.
Oh yeah. Give it some love, get rid of that static. It is so staticky in here today. All right, slide, don't lift. All right, I'm gonna move some of my stuff out of the way here. Okay, I'm done cutting for a minute, so I'm gonna put that there.
Ooh, Pamela was born and raised in Arkansas.
Pamela. Good job.
Stephanie was born in Arkansas.
So many people. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to build my block. Remember? Why do we build our blocks, quilters? So we get them right. Okay? All right. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how you want to line these up. Because just like our other dies, we've cut off the dog ears, right? Okay. And I want to make sure that I sew them the same. So this one is shape B, and it has a purple and a yellow. Boy, for a minute I couldn't think of the name of that color. Oh, man. Okay, here we go. And now we have yellow and purple and orange. Christina, were you born and raised here in Nebraska?
I sure was.
Oh, I love that.
I didn't even leave the country till I was 18.
Did you leave the state before then?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, like besides Iowa.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right, so I'm going to show you this trick. So Joe's got my good old overhead camera here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this piece right here. Now, this is so clever, okay? Because see right here, there's a little gap right here. So what I'm going to do is always have right sides together. I'm going to turn it so that there's not a gap there. So it lines up parallel with that edge and then right here along the edge.
Oh, there we go.
I know, it takes a second, but sew them right. Okay, so there we go. All right.
I feel like that's my biggest mantra is it takes a second, but sew it right.
Yes, I feel like we should have shirts that say that. Takes a second, sew it right. Okay, and sew right sides together. The other day I sewed some pieces, they were not right sides together. Kind of made me a little cranky. Okay, and again, I'm all about the chain piecing. Ooh, I do have a little string cut here though. All right, Christina, people still doing road trips?
Yes. Let's see, there was one that said, Jackie says that over the past 67 years, she's been through all Canadian provinces, 40 of the US states, and all of the Mexican states.
Okay, the fact that she has been to all Canadian provinces is pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's a big,
That
wide
is a big
area.
chunk of country. Because some of them are way north.
Yes.
Right? We had this geography lesson not too long ago in one of our AccuQuilt lives.
And I feel like our, North America is very, the states are very spread out, whereas, in Europe, it's you can take a day trip to a different country.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Here you can't really do that.
Yeah, you can see all of Rome in a day.
Right.
Or, I mean, all of Italy, if you took the train. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing here. Okay, making sure my pieces line up, right? There's not a gap there. Oh, there are pins. Oh, Erica would be pleased.
Ooh, Jennifer says that she's been to Arkansas, had lots of fun, and they rent a houseboat and live on it for a week.
Yeah, we do that in Arkansas. There's lots of lakes in Arkansas. You can do that too. And we have been on houseboats. I have to tell you, houseboats, you should not live there on them for a week.
No.
Because after about 4 days, y'all been together for a long time. Every day, there's not really a place to go on a houseboat other than the water. So the Hellers only rent houseboats for 3 or 4 days. So, but houseboats in Lake Powell. I mean, lots of great places to have houseboats. That's what we should talk about one day is our houseboats. I really want COVID to end. Okay, see how I'm doing this? I'm really going to pin these so I can just put them together because we're almost out of time here.
While you do that, Janie has a really good question.
Hi, Jamie.
How do you know if you can mix and match pieces between different bob dies? So kind of like you're doing now with the Hunter Star.
Oh, yeah. So what you want to know is what size does it finish to? Right? So if you have 12-inch bob dies that make 12-inch blocks, then those can kind of all work together. Or 6-inch bob dies can be made into 12-inch blocks, right? 8-inch bob dies, 9-inch bob dies, but you can also mix them with your cubes. Cubes are on sale today, 25% off.
Yes, everything's on
Christina
sale.
says that yeah, of course. Yeah, so if you're thinking about what size cube you want, cubes are on sale today. All right, and if you spend more than $150, which even with our cubes on sale, right, Christina, they're more than $150, we're going to ship it to you free in the contiguous U.S.
Yes.
So if somebody were to buy an 8-inch cube today, let's do a 6-inch cube. That's one of my new favorites. How much would it be?
Ooh, let me look.
Okay. All right, so look how I did this. I pinned them, so I sewed them together correctly. All right. Here we go. Ooh. Don't run over your pins. That's also good advice. Take a second, right, so you don't run over them. All right, here we go. Now, in the past, we have made the Arkansas Traveler block. So if you want to see how to sew that block together, you can go back and look. We had a launch party for it, and we showed you how to make blocks out of it. And those all live in our AccuQuilt Facebook page and our YouTube channels.
Yes, any video we've ever done lives on our page.
Yeah, some of them were way better than others.
Well,
just saying. Oh, see, I missed one. Christina and I were laughing about that the other day when we first started doing our AccuQuilt lives. Like, there was just 3 of us in here.
yep. There was 3 of us and a laptop.
Yep, and an iPhone.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so when I make these blocks, I'm going to just press to the outside. I'm not going to worry about it now. Okay,
And
but
that
I'm
6-inch cube is 164.
165. So the 8-inch cube and the 9-inch cube are all 165.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so now that I've cut here, I'm going to iron them. Because we have a clover iron.
Ooh, Darlene has a great comment.
Okay, Darlene.
She said, would it not be great for AccuQuilt to have cruises so that we could learn in person?
Okay, I want you to know that last year in July, over my happy birthday, I was going to teach on a cruise to the Caribbean. I know. All of you have sad faces about that. And then COVID hit, and they canceled it.
I know. Someday.
Someday when that happens again, listen, we will all have a great time. Okay? All right, so now, I'm going to iron that right there. You can see that this is the base for our blocks. And then look. Oh, here, let's just sew them on, because then I can show you how to put them together. Oh, well, I need 4 of them. It's okay. Okay, so now you would add this piece right here, and then you're going to sew 2 of them together. Okay? And then when you put them together, it's going to create that cool flower design.
I love that.
Yeah. Okay, remember, there's no pattern. We just made stuff up today. Okay? But this lives on our Facebook and YouTube channels, so go back and watch it. Just stop it.
Yes, you
and
can
like
just pause.
print out the picture. Yep, because we have little step outs, right? Is that right, Chelsea, of like how those pieces go together? Yeah. Okay? All right. Don't forget, our code lasts until midnight Central Time. It is LIVE25, LIVE25, and 25% off your order. Some exceptions apply, exclusions. Check them out on the website. All right. Now, don't forget, we're giving our Arkansas Traveler. Are you about ready to pick a winner?
Yep, I've got our winner ready.
Okay, all right. Here we go.
All right, the winner.
All right, so Morgan has picked our winner, and here we go.
Yes.
Leave right there.
It is Sherry Wonderling.
Sherry Wonderly, congratulations. Christina is going to reach out to you and send you our Arkansas Traveler die. Congratulations. All right, now before we go, you want to make sure you check out our free program at AccuQuilt.com called Go Quilt. It will allow you to change the colorway of thousands of patterns, including ones for the Arkansas Traveler die. And you've used Go Quilt, Christina. Yeah, it's just amazing how you can put all the pieces in there.
And you can drag and drop your own fabric in there too. It's great.
Yep, it's great. All right, now, next, before we end, I've had so much help today with the ideas for today's event. So a huge shout out to my creative partners, Barb and Kelly and Stephanie. Thanks for helping with us today. All right, now, guess what, Christina?
What?
After Tuesday, after our live event, I'm going to go get on an airplane, and I'm going to go to Colorado.
Yes.
With the people that I love, some of them, and we're going to be gone. We're going to be, listen, I'm going to sit in a hot spring next Wednesday at 12 noon Central Time.
I'll be here in the
I'll
cold.
think of you, okay? But the lovely Erica is going to be here.
Yes.
And she's going to help you get ready for spring by showing you how to make this cute table topper called Go Hopping Bunnies. You're going to use your 6-inch cube, your 6-inch companion corners, and the Go Spring Medley die. So if you don't have those items today, where they're 25% off, throw them in your cart. So next week when Erica shows you how to make this cute little table topper, you'll be ready to go. All right? All right, on behalf of our entire AccuQuilt Live team, we have Nick upstairs. We have Marissa and Morgan and Katie and Leslie offsite. Here in the Dream Studio, we have Mikey and Chelsea Graphics and Joe and my good friend Christina. I am Pam Heller reminding you that at AccuQuilt we help you cut time so you can quilt more. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Thanks.